White Podcast. It's your boy Ryan.
It's your boy Charlie.
Jesus Christ, Charlie, you take forever to say that every time.
Every time, man. Every time. I'm probably gonna fuck it up again.
God damn. What's up, everybody? Yeah, it's been a minute. A lot of shit has transpired.
Oh yeah.
And
somebody became a jailbird apparently, from what I hear.
First of all, we'll get to that story. Second of all, this is true. But yeah, so we got a lot of things to catch up on, and Charlie still hasn't seen Endgame for some dumb reason.
I have been busy. I'll tell that story too. So I'll start with that story actually, because I mean it's not that. It's definitely not as exciting as going to jail. Definitely not that exciting. So Tuesday we went to the theater at the Movie Tavern, and we are there. Everything's going okay. You know, the weather is starting to turn though. You know, Tuesday we had all that bad weather, and so we're in the theater. We're at the Movie Tavern, and lo and fucking behold, there starts to be a tornado 20 minutes into the movie. Movie's been on for about 20 minutes. I've seen Hawkeye's family get destroyed by the snap. Tony finally gets back thanks to just Captain Marvel being there. Just, you know, plot devising around, you know. And they're in the midst of talking when they pause it. The only thing that I can say is that as soon as they paused the movie, I was like, yo, what the fuck? Really loud, and everybody started laughing. I was not happy. So I didn't get to see it. And then we're in this fucking hallway for, I don't know, an hour and 20 minutes, and I'm starting to get really annoyed. I'm getting hot because they cut the AC off for some reason. So I'm starting, and there's literally at least 200 or 300 people in this hallway from all the movies that are in. Mind you, this theater has 4 theaters showing Avengers Endgame, and every theater is packed. So, after about an hour and 20 minutes, they're like, well, the advisory is still in effect. It's going to be in effect until about 7:20. We can't force you to stay, so if you want to go, you can. We'll be giving out free passes, and your meals will be comped. So we got nachos for free, and I got to watch 20 minutes of Avengers. The tickets, we got free passes, so we're able to go back. But really fucking annoying the one time I decide to go out. You know, this is what happened.
Nature said, fuck you, Charlie.
Because you know me, I don't like going out anywhere. I just like to chill at the fucking house, man. I don't feel the need.
It's cheaper.
To go out and do shit with people. Like, y'all want to come kick it? You can come kick it, but...
That's my thing. I'd be like, hey, y'all trying to come through? We can.
I live at home. I stay at home. I'm a homebody.
That's my thing. I'm trying to get my money's worth out of this. So is it my turn?
I think so, man.
It's a long story, bro.
Well, you better start at the beginning.
Okay. Sorry, Mom and Dad.
Oh, man.
But basically, the story is, so I went to go pick up and meet the plug. I met the plug. I get said merchandise. If you don't know what merchandise I'm talking about, don't talk to me. It's extra good this time. It's like purple. Bitch ass nigga. So, anyways, I get the weed. I get the weed, and fuck it. I mean, I may as well be honest. I get the weed, and something tells me this is like still pretty early. It's around like 7:30. Something tells me go home, and I was like, all right, I had promised everybody I was gonna go back to the loan, and visit. So I did that because I didn't want to. I had kept like flaking, so I was feeling bad, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna actually go. And I texted everybody whenever I had, don't go home, that vibe, and they were like, yeah, we are home, and I was like, fuck. So I drive. Like, 'cause, you know, I was like, damn, I can't keep flaking, bro. I feel bad. So I drive over there, spend time with everybody. I'm heading home. It's starting to rain at this point, and so there's like a little back road you can take. You go down Little Elm Parkway.
Dude, I
before
lived
you
in
hit
Little
Little Elm Parkway, you take a right, and then like it's like a back road that goes all the way up into 423. And so I took that back road, and it's raining at this point. Like, it's kind of raining hard. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me give context. This is Monday at 10:30, I believe. It's kind of raining hard at this point. I'm like, fuck. Because the previous week, I fucking hydroplaned and spun out. Because I'm one of those guys that believes in driving the speed limit no matter what. Like, I don't let a little rain stop me. So, me not letting the rain stop me was kind of dumb at that point because I kind of hydroplaned and like spun out real nasty. Long story short, that happened. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that again. So let me hurry up and beat the rain. And I got caught slipping nasty because normally I can see when I normally catch like all the cops. I know where they're gonna be. Like I keep my head on swivel. And coming through Frisco, like I know they're hot. This man caught me slipping hard, bro. Like, it was just starting to rain a little bit harder. And I made a right turn into the left-hand lane so I can make a left. And he fucking lit me up, like, right there. And I didn't see him catch it. I didn't see him at all. So, that's the beginning. I got caught. I was like, fuck. I turned into a Walmart because I was like, if I go to jail tonight, like, I'm not about to have to tow my car. I'd rather just leave it at Walmart. So I turned to Walmart. Points for me for being proactive because, like, somebody else in jail got their car towed when I was in there, but that's another story. So we pull into Walmart. He pulls up on me, right? Immediately, he like has his flashlight, and he's like flashing in the car. And but the way he pulls up is like he pulls up on my passenger side, which really fucked me up because I was like, why are you on that side? Mind you, we're in a Walmart parking lot. It's not like he couldn't just walk to my car. And like the way I do it, I don't want to ever give like a cop a reason to think that I'm doing something to get myself shot. So what I do is I always turn my car off. I take all my shit out that I need, my license and registration, and I put my hands on the steering wheel so that way they don't. And I put my keys on the dashboard so they know that I'm prepared. I'm not doing anything. Because I've been in a situation before where like he thought I was reaching for something, and I was like, bro, it's just my license, officer. Like I promise. Like I don't want to die today. I don't want to do this. So he takes my shit and he was like, he looks at me and he says, "Have you been smoking, sir?" I was like, "What?" He's like, "When's the last time you smoked?" I was like, "I haven't. Not today, at least." And he says, he's like, "I can tell you've been smoking because there's green residue on your tongue." Now, first of all, I really didn't smoke that day. I mean, like, hence me going to go get up my weed, and I didn't smoke that day. But I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? There's the green shit on my tongue can tell you that I've been smoking." It's like, "Yeah, man, like you can tell. Like when people who've been smoking, they have green residue." It's like that's not fucking true at all.
That's not true at all, and you fell for it. And you fell.
I didn't fall for it. No, I didn't. Because No, I didn't. Okay. How you gonna tell me? You weren't even there.
I was there, man. I was sleeping in the back.
Get the fuck. You would have been in jail with me, bro.
No, I would have been like, I don't know this motherfucker. He picked me up.
I'd be like, it's his weed.
That's a fucked up thing to do right there.
You thought so? You thought you'd get away with just like not seeing me? Anyways, so he says that, and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" That's exactly what I said. I said, "I've been with my parents. I just had dinner with them." And I was like, "That doesn't even make sense. Like that doesn't even make any logical sense. You just made that bullshit up." He's like, "No, I didn't." It's like, yes, you did. We're literally arguing about that, whether or not he made it up. I was like, nigga, you made that shit up. Like, nobody can believe that. Like, it's for like a minute. He's just like, no, I did. Step out of the car, sir. Like,
Yeah, I knew that was
like, he
coming.
just gets. And it was funny because like another cop pulls up. He was like going on the walkie. So it smells like weed in your car. Blah blah blah.
But that's not what you said. You didn't say it smelled like weed in my car. You said it that you saw green residue
bro.
on my fucking shit.
Exactly. So he says it smells like weed after I step out of the car, and the other guy's like, "Hey, you mind if I search you?" And I was like, "I mean, I do mind actually. Don't fucking search me." And he was like, "Why? You got something to hide?" I was like, "I don't have shit to hide from you." I said, "I just don't want your grimy ass hands on me."
Oh man, yeah, you got hostile. That's why you fucked up. You don't get hostile.
No. I didn't. So the way I said this isn't a joking. This nigga just shot me. The way I said this wasn't a joking, man. I was like, I don't want your grimy hands on me, nigga. Like, I was like, no. And I was like, is it gonna help me get this done faster? He's like, yeah, if you cooperate. I was like, I'm cooperating, bro. He's like, we know you got weed on you. You don't gotta lie. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, sir. I don't know what lying is. So
damn lie right there.
Yeah, exactly. So he searches me, and I was like, why are you searching me in the first place? He said, well, you just gave me the permission to search you, sir. I said, ha ha, funny guy you. I was like, what's the real reason? Like, I really want to know the real reason, sir. He says, oh, well, most of the time people who have weed, they have weapons on them. I said, did you just stereotype me?
Oh, man.
He was like, what the fuck? He's like, no, shut up.
That is such bullshit, like, though. Most of the people who have weed on them have guns on or weapons on
them. That's what he said. He's like, most people who carry weed have weapons. So I think he's assuming like I'm a real, like I don't know if he thinks I'm a really big drug dealer, but like I'm not. So I don't even deal drugs. I just
but like, that's strictly a lie. Partake.
That's what I said, bro.
That's such a lie. That's such a bullshit lie. No, they don't. Most of the time, people who have weed on them just have weed on them. That's it.
That's
You're
it.
so full of shit.
That's it. I was like, I've never heard this before, but all right. And so this fucking guy, he searches me. There's nothing on me, obviously, and in my pockets or anything. And he's like, all right, man, how much you got on you? He's like, this will be smoother. I was like, man, I got a couple. And he was like, a couple what? Pounds?
That's what he
said?
said?
Yes, I swear to God. He said pounds and ounces. And I was like, what the? No, bro, I got a couple grams. Like, I have a quarter. He was like,
it's personal use, like, oh. Motherfucker. Jesus.
He was like, oh. He literally says,
I'm getting the biggest
he's like, all right, well, we're going to step. He's like, all right, I need you to step into the car. Like, I was like, what the fuck just happened? What do you think do you think I'm a drug dealer? Like, what is going on? Mind you, I'm in my work uniform. I'm not going to say my name of the job because that's another can of worms. But I'm in my work uniform. And it's a distinguishable name. And indeed, I was like, bro, like I don't need to do that. Like I'm pretty straight, bro. He's like, all right. So I get in the car. They search and find it, even though I told them where it is. I was like, yeah, bro. Like it's like just go ahead and just get this over with. I'm caught. Like, it's in the center console. Let's go. They searched the car. I was like, I don't have anything else. He's like, you sure? I was like, I promise, I don't have anything else. Like I just picked up right now, and I said it's in the center console. It takes them. They took forever to get to the center console because they tore my car up. It's like, you asshole. Just following protocol, bro. Like, this is what we gotta do. Shut your bitch ass up, man. Like, I was like, I literally told you where it is. I'm not gonna fucking lie if I'm already in handcuffs.
Right, that doesn't make any sense to lie about it after you're already
I was like, that doesn't make any logical sense at all. Like, I told you where it is.
I understand why you should have just, okay, you want my advice before you go any further? You know what you should have done in this situation? As soon as he pulled you over and asked if you had been smoking, you should have just been like, yeah. Yeah, I've been smoking, but it was like 6 hours ago. It was a long-ass time ago. Well, do you have any weed on you? You should have just been like, yeah, I have like a couple of grams. Now, maybe this is just the white privilege in me, but
that's funny.
I've gotten off. I've never been pulled over like ever. So I don't know
that's
how
fucking amazing.
Like it's only been like for like little things, and I always got like let go and shit. Like because it was always like I was doing something. Like one time it was because my blinker was out. I think the second time I got let go, I had no insurance, but they weren't looking for me. They were looking for somebody else. And so when he pulled me over and I wasn't his guy, he was just trying to get me out of the, like, because he pulled me over for a bullshit reason. He's like, you were following that car really close. I was like, no, I wasn't.
What the fuck?
No, I was not. That's why I got pulled over, is because I was following that car really close. It's like, no, I wasn't, dude. I don't speed or go I am like a super like safe driver. That's
Oh, I can't relate, bro.
If I had
You can die
Allstate,
with
bro,
me.
I would get so many fucking I would get all the discounts because of how I am, like that, like safe drive shit. But yeah, just be honest with him. That's the best, because when you told him that you didn't have anything in the car, and then that's why he searched your whole car. If you had just been like, yeah, there's some weed in there.
No. Oh, yeah, that's fair. But I'm saying, like, I told them when they went, I said, yeah, I have a couple grams. It's over there in the console. That's all I said. Because he was just saying, where's the weed? And I was like, where's this coming from, bro? Like, you're pulling me over for a traffic violation. What's going on? I didn't understand. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Because I really, like, I just picked up. So, anyways, that's what happened.
If he would have said to me, you got green residue on your tongue, I'd have been like, you lying ass motherfucker. I haven't even smoked today. So there can't be any.
That's what I said. I was like, bro. I was like, no, I don't, because I didn't smoke. I was like, I ate dinner. I was like, you know what that is? I ate dinner with my parents. Where are you coming from? She's like, I just told you, bro, from my parents. Well, why are you in such a hurry? I was like, I live in Addison. Like, that's a far drive from here.
Yeah, that for sure. Yeah.
And I was like, in the rain, I don't want to get caught in this rain. Do you want to get caught in this rain, officer? He's like, well, you make a good point. I was like, thank you. He's like, you still, you suspicious. That's basically. He didn't say that, but that's exactly like how his facial reaction was like, okay, that's a good point.
Sounds like some bullshit ass. I don't know.
But I did make a good point, because he was like, okay, all right. And then he had me. But yeah. I was just like, all right. So I get to jail. I get to Frisco. And I'm like talking shit to the officer the whole time, but like not in like I'm talking shit to him. I'm just making jokes, like I'm making light of the situation, and he's actually laughing at some of my jokes, which is pretty funny. Cause I'm like, man, like, I was like, were you guys like happy whenever you said I got a 5'9" African American male with weed on him? Like, I was like, how would that situation go? He was like, come on, man. I was like, I mean, you gotta describe me, right? Like, I was like, so how do they react? Like, how do they react when they be like, calling in suspect is a 5'9" African American male. He has marijuana on him. Like, how do they react? He's like, I can't make jokes about this, sir. I was like, dog, that's pretty funny. To me, like, I know, like, they be getting hype as shit. They be like, oh, shit. Especially in Frisco. Because I figured out in Frisco that they take you to jail over any amount. Like,
yeah, some places
doesn't matter how small it is. And I'll get to that story why, because, like, that's
stupid,
pretty funny.
Regardless.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, because, like, they fucked this kid, man. So bad. Anyways. So I get to the jail, and they uncuff me, and he was like, you have any weed anywhere else? I was like, where would I have it? He was like, in your boxers maybe. I was like, nah, bro, like, I ain't doing all that. It's like, alright, because I knew we had one girl where it's like, it was in her bra, and it was like a whole garlic clove. We just have to make sure now. I was like, the fuck? No, bro. I was like, she should have been smart and put it in her vagina. Like, you wouldn't have searched them. It's like, you think. Anyways, let's go in here, sir. So I go in there, I get booked, and I'm like the second person at the jail. There's another guy. I'm not gonna say his name because he's going through some shit right now. We kind of bonded in jail. You spend a lot of time. You know people. You know, that's probably the best. Look, listen, jail is the best. Like, fucking sleep. And like the best human interaction you can get if niggas are normal. I have to you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to make that point. If niggas are normal in jail, those are the coolest people to talk to because you like have nothing but time but to sit. So anyways, he lets me. The dude was like the jailer was cool with me. Like we were just making jokes. So he let me call like 3 people, and I called. 2 of the 3 didn't answer. Called the third one. I called Casey, the girl that's here all the time. And I called her. It's not my girlfriend.
Okay.
I really don't have a girlfriend. Relax.
Okay. Sure.
Anyways, I call her, and I was like, "Hey," she's like, "Bro, I thought you were like think it's for my job. Like I didn't want to answer. So, what are you calling me off of? I was like, well, I'm kind of in jail right now.
Kinda,
like,
motherfucker,
what?
you're in jail. You're in
No,
jail or you are.
I'm not in the cell yet. There's still a chance I can get out. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe I could John Wick this shit and get out. Maybe I could be like Matt Murdock season 3 Daredevil and get out of the jail. It didn't happen at all. I was very compliant because I didn't want to make my case any worse. So I call her. She's like, "What the fuck?" And like, I'm like super calm about it because I didn't freak out. I was like, I mean, I got caught. It is what it is. Like, I need to worry about what to do next. And ooh, first blood. And so I call her. She's like, "You're really calm about this." I'm like, "Yeah, it is what it is." I coordinate everything because they said like the judge can come from any time from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Just whenever this fucker decides to wake up, basically. So if the judge decides to, if the judge decides to wake up at 9:30 and gets to the because like just to redo our cases, it's only like 5 minutes. So if he decides to get to the fucking courthouse, I mean the jail at like, let's just say 9:50, right? And it takes the 5 minutes to do it. He has the right to do that apparently. I was like, that's bullshit. That's dumb. Like he should have to come in at a certain time. He's a judge. He can do whatever he wants. Yeah, that's exactly what I was told.
Yep, pretty much.
It's like, that's some bullshit, dog. So I coordinated everything, had her call my job. I called my other homeboy and like coordinated bail just in case, because you can't bail yourself out. That's another dumb thing. Like that shit is fucking stupid. Because my bail was only $500. I was like, nigga, I'll pay that right now. I got it. Like, let me pay my bill right now. He's like, nah, you can't do that. We don't accept cash or credit here. You have to go through the county. And apparently, Frisco is zoned off between Collin County and Denton County. So Denton County was who I had to go through. Denton County took way too fucking long. Like, it's ridiculous. And my plan was I was gonna have Casey come pick up my stuff, sign over my possessions to her. She's gonna take my stuff, withdraw the money from me, and go pay it, and then get me out. But I called Eric. Oh shit! Somebody just died. I called Eric, and I was like, "If you can help me, if not, like it's fine. Like I was like, I'll figure out how to get out of here." And he figured it all out. But at that point, I'd already had everything going. Oh no! I'm playing Call of Duty, everybody. I'm sorry. So he was like, all right, let me work on it in the morning. At this point, like she said she could do it, so I was gonna have her do it. I had her call him. He's like, nah, bro. Like I already have the bail bondsman going. So that was fine. The bail bondsman took 4 hours to get to Denton County, bro. I've never seen that in my life. I was like, what the fuck? And like they wouldn't answer our calls. Like that's what really pissed me off. They weren't answering our calls after we were like calling them and asking where like how long is it gonna be for me to get out. They kept saying within the hour, within the next hour, a couple hours from now. What? Yeah. How is the time progressing? Like what is going on here?
Probably had other places they had to be at, other jobs.
So, probably. I mean, I just don't like false promises. Feel me?
I feel you.
Anyways, so I'm talking to this guy. I'm not gonna say his name. So we're in the cell. It's like 8 of us. Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta get to the point where we line up. So we all get booked. I spend the night there. Best sleep of my life, bro. Honestly, I slept like a baby. Warm ass blankets because they're like fucking made of wool. And also the jail is like 50 degrees for some fucking reason. Warm ass blanket in this cold ass place. So like I'm extra toasty, and I'm sleeping real good. And then it finally comes in the morning of 9:30, which is when I actually had to work conveniently. Because I was hoping like I could see the judge at like 8, get out on time, and then still make it to work on time. That shit ain't happen. Sucks. We get to the point where he's like lines us up. It's like 9:30. The judge is like, bro, his tie's not even all the way tied, bro. This nigga's super casual. Like that shit was really what blew. Like I was like, nigga, like you don't. He was like, all right, like I'm here to read you your right, blah 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 blah. Here's your case. He's like, you got a Class B misdemeanor. You got a Class B misdemeanor. You got a Class C. He goes through it all. He talks about the different misdemeanors, and he's like, well, if anybody has a felony though, it's a lot different. He looks at the dude that's right next to me, which happens to be my cellie, which happens to be the first guy in the jail whenever I walked in. And he fucking reads the count, bro. Like, everyone else has minor shit. It's just weed, right? Everyone else has just weed. One kid had a gram of weed and they took him to jail. A gram, bro. A gram, bro.
Imagine getting caught with a gram of weed and going to jail.
I was like, nigga, eat that shit, bro. Like, don't do that ever again. A gram of weed. So that gram of weed takes him to jail. But like the guy next to me, he looks at him when he says felony and he reads his count, bro. This is how bad it is. This nigga had an ounce of weed, right? That's not that bad. He had an ounce of weed. He had cartridges, so that's his first felony. He had cartridges, and then he had cocaine. That's another felony. Ketamine, Molly, acid, shrooms, and something else, bro. It was like a drug I hadn't even heard of, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I say this while he's reading this, and he's like, quiet. Like, bro, I'm sorry. Like, how do y'all not react to that shit? It's like, we see this every day. Like, this is normal.
Yeah, of course.
I was like, bro, like, this nigga. Bro, his bail's set at $15,000, bro.
Ooh, he's gonna be in there in a minute.
He had a bail bondsman. He had a lot of money saved up. But I was like, bro, what the fuck were you doing? Like, what happened? I finally talked to him, like, cause he's my cellie again, and he's like, bro, you're coming back from a music festival. That's what happened. Blah 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 blah. And I was like, I mean, I get that, but damn, like, how do you leave this in your car like that? It's like it took him an hour to search it. So it was, he got pulled over for his inspection, and on his way to go get his inspection. How fucked is that?
That's hilarious.
Like,
actually,
that's like the worst twist of fate. This nigga has like 4 felony charges, bro. Like, I don't even know how he's gonna get out of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he is. And so he's like telling me his story. This is why I say I bonded with this man. I don't want to tell his name because I don't want. But his story is crazy. This nigga was telling me about. He's like, bro, I just want my girl, and I was like, where's she at? Like, why she ain't here to get you? He's like, bro, she's in Houston. I was like, Houston?
Oh god.
Why Houston? And I was like, why is she in Houston? This is where it gets crazy. It's like, he's like, yeah, bro, cause she lives in Houston. I was like, damn, like I doing long distance. He's like, kind of. He's like, but I gotta tell you the full story if you're gonna understand this. He says this. Yeah, she's actually married. And I've been knowing her and her husband for 1.5 years. I was like, nigga, what? Like, how can you just say that so calmly? Yeah, I've been knowing her and her husband for 1.5 years. And they like go to raves together and shit. So that's like how they really bonded. So of course, like, I guess something happened when they took shrooms together. And they had like this moment. And like this has been going on for like 7 months. And I was like, bro, this is a long time to keep up a fucking lie. You know who the story reminds me of, bro? Remember that one girl from a couple years ago?
Yeah,
Melissa?
Yeah. Yes. Oh my god. Yes.
Bro,
oh.
that's who's. Bro, I have a whole like story about like I had a plan with Melissa. I'll tell you that that'll be off the air though, because you know it's a long story. But that's what the story reminds me of. So I'm like, damn, bro, like I know exactly where this is going. He was like, yeah, bro, this is like my second time this happens to me, and I was like, you seek out like trouble like this, bro? Like, who does that? There's no way I'm not gonna fuck with some married chick again after this already happened to me. I don't want that headache. That's a lot of fucking headache. He's like, yeah, bro, but she loves me, dude. And I was like,
I don't think
okay,
she does.
nigga. I was like, okay, bro, like, I really don't think she does. This dude tells me this long story about how, Man, I don't know. Like, I don't want to like give any details just in case something does happen. Like, it comes back to this dude. But I gotta tell some story. They would like sneak off, bro, because they're like a rave group. They would like have tents and shit for these music festivals, and like their tents were next to each other. She would literally sneak into this nigga's tent, bro, in the middle of the night, while her husband's in the other tent. What? What? What is going on here? I was like, bro, like, how do you live with yourself? He's like, bro, man, like, she's the one, dude.
She's the one. She's the one until you're at another rave party and she's sneaking into some other guy's tent.
Yeah, bro. Like, I was like, oh my god. The only bad thing about telling these stories, like, you know how you like look at pictures for context. He's like, yeah, bro, she's beyond bad, bro. Like,
she's not bad.
She's black hair, sleeve. I don't know, but cause I was gonna say like, show me a picture, and then I was like, we're in jail. I was like, I can't get a picture of this.
Oh my god. I can't.
It's so fucking, bro. It's so humbling, like being in jail.
So
you'd be like, damn, I can't even do regular shit now, nigga. I can't even look up a fucking girl. What the fuck? I was so mad. But I imagine she's probably pretty bad.
No, man, I don't think so, bro.
Maybe. Who knows? He looks like he got some baddies, honestly.
Oh yeah? Were you judging him?
Yeah, I was. The way he talked, and he's vegan, and he's like into that rave stuff. You know, in that subgenre. You know, I think it's possible to bag a lot of girls.
Yeah. Well, they're all fucked up, so yeah, it makes sense.
That's true. They like raves are the place where people get fucked up the most for some reason. Not for some reason. I understand the reason, but it's just crazy. Anyways, I'm just like blown away by this dude's story. So eventually everyone leaves. Literally everyone leaves but 3 of us. So it's me, him, obviously him, and then like this young kid. I'm not gonna say his name either, but this is the kid that he got caught with a gram of weed. He's like, honestly, bro, he's like, this is some bullshit. Fuck. He was like going off. He's all hostile and shit. He's like, fuck these jailers. Fuck the cops. This is some bullshit. Y'all ruined my life over a fucking plant. What the? He's like, bro, if I gotta stay here any longer, I'm gonna fucking start breaking some shit. I was like, so you can be in here longer?
Yeah, no, right?
I was like, nigga, like nothing will change. It'll just become worse. He's like, nah, fuck all this. I'm done with the bullshit, bro. You know what, fucking, I'm gonna just fucking move to Colorado, man. Fuck this, man. Fuck this shit. That's literally what he keeps saying. And I was like, all right, bro. Like, it'll be decriminalized here soon enough. But I was like, relax. Like, it's okay.
It is taking a long ass time, though.
Yeah, bro. They're bullshitting. Like, did you see that, Lieutenant Governor Patrick? Said
just threw it in the trash. Didn't even fucking do it. Yeah.
He shut that shit down. What a bitch.
Yep. Well, it didn't happen.
I mean, it'll be probably done by the end of this year though, cause like there'll be renegotiations of it.
I don't know, bro.
Nah, bro, cause like they're gonna be able to monetize it, and like once you can monetize that shit, it'll be okay. Like that's where the step is gonna go. And once they see that and agree to the ability of monetization of marijuana. Especially in Texas, bro. Like, Texas is the place to be right now. They're definitely gonna do it.
I don't think so, man.
Especially with all these fucking Californians moving over here. It's an epidemic. But with all those fuckers moving over here, yeah. Bro, you're a fag with that helicopter. I mean fag respectfully, not in a derogatory way, ladies and gentlemen.
You're trying to get me off You're already trying to get me off YouTube. I just started, man.
Oh shit, I'm sorry, bro. I apologize. Anyways, so he's like, he's just going off the whole time, bro. Like he's like, we're trading stories. This is why I said like you get close as fuck, or you learn a lot about these people in jail. At some point, we just all chill, and I was cool with the jailers, so they fed us. Like, it's like, here, you want some pot pie? You want a Pop-Tart? What do you want, bro? Like, I'll give you. They let us watch TV, like we watched the news and like sports channel. I was like, damn, it's not a bad jail experience, you know? That's why I said jail really ain't that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad when you're in county jail. And also, you're in a rich jail. You're in Frisco jail.
I know.
Go to
That's what I
Denton
said.
jail or some shit. Or they don't give a
I
fuck
don't want
about
to.
you.
Yeah, niggas just gonna throw you in there.
Oh, although I don't think in Denton County that they would fucking take you to jail for a gram of weed.
They probably wouldn't, bro. They'd probably be like, man, get the
We
fuck
got
out
bigger
of here.
problems to deal with right now.
Like, we're fucking Denton.
Yeah,
And if
Frisco
like, and I was,
sucks, dude. It's the
bro,
worst
if I was
part.
in Dallas, I would have just got a ticket. They would have just took my weed and I would have got a ticket.
That's the stupid thing about these fucking, like... I don't want to, like, big government to control everything, but it makes more sense for there not to be so many different types of governments. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many fucking
Yeah,
counties
bro.
and just DFW that it's fucking ridiculous.
Like, I was solely, like, that's why I don't go to Frisco anymore. Just because of shit like that. Like, you can't even move. Like, a gram of weed, bro? If I go to jail for a gram of weed, like, I don't
You
deserve to
went
have
to jail
weed.
for a couple of grams, bro.
I know, but I'm saying, like, that other kid, like, he went to jail for a gram of weed. You don't deserve to have weed if you go to jail for that.
Yeah, you should have just ate that shit, bro. I would have. It would have been gone.
Immediately. Be like, tasty.
I try to hurry up and get home with this fucking thing. Why you got green in your teeth? Oh, it's spinach, motherfucker. Why are you asking so many fucking questions?
Damn.
I don't
Like,
get hostile.
damn.
I let them know, like,
I be like, nigga, like, I'm not an open person, bro. I don't like sharing my life.
I don't mind sharing my life. I want to share it with you. So
Anyways. Anyways,
Soup. I'm
so,
never going to jail.
I finally get out. At like 2:30, 3 o'clock. Took forever, bro. But like I mean, it wasn't that bad. It was just the fact that like my time just kept getting pushed back because Dayton takes forever to process your shit. They're like, you're in jail. You can wait.
Well, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they don't give two shits. Got out, and me and the kid got out, and then the other dude with all the felonies, like he was like, I'll probably be getting out around 7, because the judge actually fucked up on his charges. So the judge fucked up because he didn't notice. He didn't do it by weight. That dude apparently had a lot of, he had a lot of this shit. He did it all by like a gram each. That's what he gave him the charges for. And so the judge fucked up, which means his charges are worse. So the judge had to come back like at around 4 and then redo his case and then reset his bail. And then he has to find a way to get his bail bondsman to help him out. And I was like, damn, you're going to be here for a minute. He's like, yeah, I'm going to get comfortable.
I would.
Poor guy. Hope he's doing okay.
Rough. Fucking, I'm glad you criminals got locked up.
This nigga said, you criminals.
Fucking dirty fucking devil lettuce smoking motherfuckers. I mean, the audacity of you to sit there and buy this fucking plant that makes your life better while the rest of us have to suffer. Piece of human dog shit. Fucking ridiculous. I can't even believe we're friends right now, honestly.
I don't blame you.
I'm just shocked at this behavior. Shocked. I honestly cannot believe it. I'm appalled. I can't even imagine. Ugh. Putting a foreign substance in my body. A foreign controlled substance in my body. That's what you get, jailbird. Got another criminal off the street.
Yeah, bro. I'm such a criminal.
Oh my god. It's just, like, they literally just don't have anything better to do. I think that's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. They literally just don't have anything else that they can occupy their time with. I mean, because think about it. I mean, I don't really know the statistics, but I can't imagine that Frisco is a very violent town. Not violent enough to where they have like a murder problem or anything. That definitely don't have a gang problem, and if they do, what a quiet gang, because I grew up in Little Elm.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
Got kids
It's pretty
and women
dumb.
getting beaten out here by parents and loved ones, and they think that maybe if they smoked a little weed, they'd be a little better off. So fucking dumb, dude.
So stupid.
You didn't
It's
even,
jail though.
yeah, you didn't even go to jail over something cool, man. Like if
Wait,
I go
I've
to
been telling
jail,
everybody I went to jail for aggravated assault with a deadly
you
weapon.
should.
It
No, you
sounds
should.
way more badass.
Yeah, it does. But how did you get out so soon? They wouldn't have got you out so soon with aggravated assault.
I know, that's the only thing.
But if I'm going to jail, I'm definitely going to jail for assault or something. One of these days.
Assault and battery.
I don't know. If my hands are registered to assault with a deadly weapon. That's why I have a gun, Ryan. You should get a gun.
I am.
It's the same crime. I don't know if you've gotten yours registered or not, but I know. It was a dumb mistake.
Your hands are registered?
Yeah, I should have listened to Tony. Whenever I went to turn pro, I went ahead and did it, and then I never had a pro fight.
Yeah, that shit's dumb. I would never fucking register my hands as deadly weapons.
And then
Just because I got trained in it?
I should have listened. I went to turn pro and then never had a pro fight. It was crazy.
That's a crazy existence.
Isn't it, man? It's just crazy how sometimes, like, your entire... something that you're completely 100% about. You know, because there was a time when that's all I did. Was work, sleep, and MMA. That's all I did. And, you know, eventually... I was like, alright, I'm ready to go pro, and then just things, you get super unmotivated. I should have never dated Lainey. That's the problem. That was the thing.
Was that white chick that you were dating at the time?
No. That was Laura I was dating at that time. Cause I had
She's still alive?
I don't know. I think she has kids and shit now, man.
Damn.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
That's so crazy.
Isn't it?
I'm not saying like it's crazy that she has that she could have kids.
She had kids with somebody who was as old as my mom.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, whatever, man. She's happy. That's all.
I don't want to judge. You know, I don't really know her like that.
I just.
Lainey. Who is Lainey?
Lainey was the girl I dated after Laura. She was the one that I was in a relationship with for like 2.5 years. She was one of the reasons that I gave up.
I've never got a name. You've never told me a name in my life.
I don't know if I don't have her as a friend on Facebook. She blocked me, I'm pretty sure.
What's her last name? I can find her.
I'll send it to you in a message. I'm not gonna put her on blast
All
like
right.
that.
Damn. So you shouldn't. Dating her fucked up your chances of going pro?
No, I just got really super unmotivated. It wasn't really her. It was just dating her was like consuming a ton of my time. And so I was missing going to the gym, and I wasn't training as much. And then, I don't know, it just... When I started dating her, MMA no longer became my priority. You know what I mean? Which isn't on her. That's not on her at all. That's all on me.
I know, but why?
I don't know, because I was trying to get to know her and dating her. Dating people, like, people don't realize how much time it takes to date somebody, like, and be an active part of their life. You know what I mean?
No, I know. It takes a long time.
It was also, we were working together, too.
Like a good night. Oh. So, well, that's a little bit different, because I feel like it doesn't take as long when you're working together.
No, well, no, it doesn't. But I'm a different person. I'm not the same person as I am at work as I am outside of work. You know what I mean? So it's like it's just a mask that I put on. That's not the real me. And so, like, I actually asked her out to lunch. I had no intentions of actually dating her. I was just trying to be friends with her. And, you know, dumb things. One thing led to another.
Nigga fell in love with the pussy.
Yeah, I also fell in love with her, like her daughter, too.
Whoa!
Not like that, you fucking weirdo.
I didn't say that. I wasn't saying like that. I was like, whoa, kid alert.
Yeah, she had a kid, and so I had...
Damn,
Like,
bro, why'd you immediately think this was some Lolita bullshit?
because I'm white, and I know that there's like that weird thing, that weird stereotype with white people. We're all pedophiles. Righteous. Not like I'm saying like in a bad way, but
I thought I was calling him a pedophile, bro.
I
I would
mean,
never do that.
sometimes, man, people fucking. You say shit and people are like, ugh. But no, yeah, and so fucking. I loved her daughter, who I affectionately called Speedy the entire time that I still call her that whenever I talk to her and see her. Because even though our relationship didn't last, me and Lainey still, like, every once in a while will, like update each other. It's really weird. You know what I mean? Like, only whenever terrible shit happens, though. It's never when good things are happening. Only when bad things are happening. Because I think it's because for 2.5 years, she was, like, my best friend. And so I would always, like, vent to her and tell her. That's the hardest thing about getting out of a relationship with somebody. Is then you no longer have that person to vent all your complaints out to. You know, and I don't have a lot of friends. And the friends that I do have, they have lives and shit. And, you know, I don't want to fucking burden anybody with my problems.
I hate when people say that dumb shit. It's not a burden, bro. If they're your friends, it's not a burden.
Well, of
They'll
course,
be
yeah, but
glad to listen to you. I know, but you gotta, like, wipe that mindset out your head, though, because it's not a burden.
yeah, but it's not just wipe it out. You make it sound so easy.
I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying, like, bro, like, you don't have to.
When you've
gotta stop
literally
thinking
grown
like
up, I feel like this is the thing. I have like really bad abandonment issues. Like, if you want to know why me and my brother Brian are so very, like, super close, it's because Brian has always been there for me. He's always been the one constant in my life. Everybody else, there's always been something. My dad went to prison. My mom was on meth. I was in a boarding school. And so I'm hardly in contact with any of those people I actually grew up with. You know what I mean? From 6 to 12.
Yeah.
I grew up with these people. I don't talk to them now. And so I have issues to where it's like, you know what? I would just rather not have friends than have people that just constantly leave me.
I get that.
And I'm also kind of an asshole, so it's hard to be around me.
That's true.
You know, I say shit like, I'm gonna fuck with you, I don't care. And anybody, like, I feel like the people who know me, who actually know me, know that I'm just, like, bullshitting. They can kind of tell sometimes by my tone. But sometimes I think people actually take me seriously when I say things. Like, they don't understand that I'm just joking around, that I'm just kidding. And so they take offense to what I'm saying instead of looking at it as a joke. They look at it as he's attacking me. And so they get super defensive. Which rightfully so. Like, some of the things I say is kind of an asshole-ish thing to say. To say, I don't know why suddenly I'm going back through puberty.
Yeah, I get that. Your delivery sucks, that's why.
Yeah, I know. But it doesn't change it. It's still
That's
funny.
literally the only thing that's stopping you.
It's still funny.
Because, like, you can make these jokes, it's just, like, the way you say them.
I'm so blunt. I don't beat around the bush. That's the problem. I think that's my biggest issue is I'm super blunt with people. Like, I don't take their feelings into account before I say something. I just say it. Whatever comes into my head. Like, if you're acting dumb, I just call you dumb. You're so dumb. And they're like, oh my god! My feelings! Or
Oh
I
my
just
God.
sometimes people fucking... Also, like, people, like, I don't like how they think. They think in a really dumb manner. Sometimes, most of the time. Like, just logically, shit that they say just doesn't make any sense. And, like, I can't help but call that out. That's why I can't be around, like, that's why I don't go to the bar and shit. Like, I grew up with grandparents who spent their entire free time in a bar drinking. Probably why I don't like to drink.
Probably. And
Besides
that
the
went
fact
the
that
better route.
taste.
Because it could either go, huh, like you love to drink, or you hate it.
Well, my brother Brian, he loves drinking. He'll drink beer, he loves drinking beer.
Being inebriated is cool sometimes.
I,
I'd much
I
rather
don't,
be high though.
I do it in a social setting. Like I'll drink it.
Yeah, I do that in social settings all the time.
But
I fucking hate
most of
this
the
map.
time, I just don't. I would rather not. I work too goddamn hard to be wasting my money. I would rather smoke anyways, like any day of the week.
Bro, like if you're high, like it's more manageable and it's a better feeling. I'm not saying it lasts longer because like it might not, depending on how much you smoke. But like you're gonna feel good. Fucking drunk, like you're done.
Yeah, I know. Every time I drink, though, I always feel like shit for the next 2 days, and that's what I don't like. I don't like the after effect. I also don't like getting my ass kicked when I'm inebriated. And so that always plays a big factor. Like if I'm smoking, 9 times out of 10 I'll still be able to kick your ass. But if I'm drunk, even though I'm a trained professional, I feel like I could still lose to just Joe Schmo because I can't control myself like I normally could. Right? Reaction time's off, you know. How am I gonna slip punches if I'm seeing double?
You make a compelling argument.
And so, if I'm smoking, I used to train high, so I didn't care.
Same.
So, like, if anything, I'm in a better mindset when I'm smoking. If I could smoke and be in the, like, I could smoke.
Bro, being high and focused is like a beautiful thing.
And not get hit with a fucking, you know, that shit. That, fucking, what?
This
what
map is fucking garbage.
Who is it? USADA. If I didn't get hit with by USADA, I would totally smoke before every fight. I would have smoked. Because I wanna be. If you want me at my best, that's when I'm at my best. You know. But I understand that some people might think that's cheating. It's like doing Adderall. I feel like, and playing video games.
Not really.
You don't think so?
Cause like, no, bro. Cause like Adderall, you can probably fight insanely on Adderall, but like it's not the same as fighting high, in my opinion. Like Adderall will make you extremely focused, but high, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a certain level of awareness, I guess. Is that how you would describe it? Adderall, you just like feel like you're. It's kind of like taking the NZT, limitless drug. You just focus as fuck.
Huh. I don't know.
Well, I think that's all the time like we got for the podcast today, fellas and ladies.
Cutting it short today, are we? Got some shit you gotta do?
It's about an hour, you know.
It's been 32 minutes.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Damn. I do have some shit I have to do though.
Well,
Fortunately.
we'll have to do this again sooner rather than later.
Let's yes, we will. We do have to. We shall return. Let's return pretty soon though. Like a couple days soon.
Tuesday I go and see Endgame. Tuesday we should reconvene while Endgame is fresh in my mind.
Hell yeah. Let's think on if I open that day. I gotta check if I open, but I'm down. I'm down. Yeah, so we can actually talk about Endgame.
All right.
Discuss. Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one. Okay, that's a big one. You better see Endgame this time.
Well, as long as the weather permits me to, I will definitely be doing
Nah,
that.
fucker, just stop pissing off Mother Nature and it'll be okay.
What did I do?
I don't
didn't
know.
do anything.
I guess coming out of your house is enough. Nigga
Well.
comes out of his house. This is like a bat coming out of a cave.
Oh.
Once every blue moon.
First
This
of all,
motherfucker never goes out of his house, and then like he finally goes out,
That's
and can't even see a movie.
I don't appreciate you bringing it up though. Honestly,
That fucking blows, dog. I'd be pissed.
it happens, man. I ain't that mad about it, but I'm definitely gonna see it ASAP, and we'll definitely talk about it then, and we'll go into depth
Alrighty.
on character shit, and we'll make it a whole fucking thing.
A shebang.
Yeah. This has been the Not So Black and White podcast. We're out.